Hello. Gina, I'll let you introduce everybody so I can get the share game going. We'll say
Hello,
hello.
hello. Thanks for watching, tuning in today. We have the greatest producer in the world, Mickey, and our host. Wait, I see we got a new hairdo, Miss Wyntis Hall.
I got no new hairdo. Well, I got it shaved a little. Well, yeah, you know what? It is way closer than what it usually be.
Yeah, okay. You lined up really good over there. Okay.
I'm saying I had to give him a little something. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing, everybody?
Whew,
You tired, Gina?
tired.
You always be going.
My whole house got COVID, and I'm the only one that don't. So, I'm doing the extra running.
Oh, well, I'm, you know what? I hope Kennedy may feel better and everybody else over there sick.
Yeah, this Kennedy's second time having it. She had it before, about a year and a half ago. And because she was born with asthma, she don't even have asthma attacks, but that's how I knew she was sick. She came to me Monday and was like, "Mommy, I can't breathe." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh, man. Man, that stuff is picking back up again. People start, if you haven't been doing it, it's flu season. It's coming up on us. If you believe in them, get your flu vaccine, get your COVID vaccine shots. This is no reflection on 810. This is my own personal, do what you got to do to stay healthy. If been taking the vaccine and the flu shot, get it. If you haven't and it's worked for you, that's fine. Just take care of yourself, and protect others.
Yeah, and I admit, even with myself, I got a little laxed on wearing masks like I used to. Um, Even, I was opening doors with my shirt. I'm stopped doing that. So I got to get back in those habits that I had in the height of COVID. Because, like you said, it's coming back up. And this is just that time. This is flu season approaching, anyways. Um, and that's what they had told my mom. The first diagnosis was that she just was having the flu. And then they called back the next morning and was like, Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah. So that was
that's
weird.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's really crazy. But again, thank you all for tuning in. I'm still trying to share to everybody. One more time, shout out to the greatest producer in the world, Mickey Jordan. You know, Mickey really don't do that much, but we try to give him his little props, from time to time. This is Sister Circle. This is where we can talk about him freely. Won't get fired, Gina, because he threatened to fire us all the damn time.
He gonna
Because
come through that phone.
this is Sister Circle. He promised he gonna stay out of it today. So hopefully, he keep his word and stay out of it. That's what he's supposed to do.
Right. I'm
But
glad we got a chance to sit on the back deck patio, whatever you want to call it, last week.
it
Cause
was so nice,
it's
Gina.
looking out there now. It's looking like fall.
I know, it is fall, Gina. It
It's
is
looking like
fall.
it. Yeah.
But I
So
want to, you know what? Thank you for having us over. You were a wonderful host. Your house is beautiful. And we just thank you for that. And I'm just excited today because, girl, guess what? This is the last time, God willing, y'all going to have to see this background because we're going to be in the studio next week.
oh yeah. Oh, and congratulations, you retired.
Thank you, girl. 25 years,
Ooh.
25 long years with the city of Flint. That's a long time. That's a long time. But you know what? I'm glad to be doing it. Just turned 47. I got time to get another career.
I was gonna say you can start all over. That's how my mom did. My
Well,
mom retired.
that's what I'm doing right here. Because, I always felt growing up that I should be a star. I'm the only child, if you didn't know, like Kennedy. So,
Yeah.
I feel like I've always been a star. I am a star and I'm going to continue to be a star. So that's what I'm going to be. A star.
It's never too late to live out your dreams.
She
Yeah.
said, live out your dreams. Listen,
Hey,
shouts out before we forget to Sister Audrey.
yes.
the other part of our sister circle, she is out and about and couldn't sit down long enough to keep up with us today.
She
So,
driving. She
sister, we
driving.
out there. I know, and you know what? She's so dedicated.
Yes.
Mickey said she wanted to come on, and he was like, "No, I'm not gonna let you do that. You're gonna be safe out there. You're gonna continue
Yeah.
driving, and we will catch you." So, yes, Sister Audrey, we're gonna catch up with you next week. But we want to let you know that we're thinking about you. We thinking,
Yeah, have a safe trip. When I talked to her, she said she was passing Cedar Point.
oh, pass and Cedar Point. She should be going to Cedar Point.
No, she was. Sister Audrey is all over Ohio.
She
She know
sure is.
places in Ohio I don't know.
Oh, there go our girl Anna Rodriguez from the DMV sent us some stars. Thank you so much. And now that I got my phone going, we got Tony on here tonight. We got Mama Quill on here. We got Dr. Padroni, Right versus Wrong, Melissa, Christine, Sonia, Stacy, Clack, Mona, and Miss Harris. So yes, that's the ones that I see so far. And then we got all of the people on the YouTube side of the game. So keep going, keep going. You know, we're gonna pop 100 on them, Gina. You know,
Yes,
we
yes,
good.
yes. I can't see the comments. I left my other phone upstairs.
Oh,
But
well, that's
I'll get it when my daughter come through here. I'll have her.
see. Look, there go Mickey heard you because he's starting to put them up on
Oh,
the.
there you go. Good.
He gave me the ability to do it one time, but I messed it up. You know, usually he only give me one chance. You know, but what's going on, sister girl? What's going on out there in the world?
What ain't going on? You know, I compare Flint politics to Chicago to the Mayor Daley days. This is gangster around here.
You're the second person that just said that today.
Yeah.
Chicago style politics.
Hey, Chicago in the history books, but Flint, we right there on them.
Just a little dot on the map.
Just to be 1/4 of the size, we got I think some of our politics is worse.
Yeah.
Worse.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to call people out, but we got a lot of complacent people who don't seek news and knowledge for themselves, so they just believe whatever the crabs in the bucket say or do.
Right.
And us as community leaders and activists, when we speak up and speak out about it, you know, you kind of get that look from some people like, "What you talking about, Willis?" You know, like, yeah, we like, yeah, you didn't know this person was stealing. You didn't know how this person got that position, or you know. Perfect example is this was years ago. The one guy got fired from the county for being unethical, and the city turned around and hired him. Come on.
Oh, that happens all the time, girl. I
I'm like,
mean,
what?
remember another example, same thing, situation. Kathy Funk from Flint Township out there, something with the election stuff, and then she gets a job with the county.
Making even more money. Everybody know the county jobs is the highest paid.
Right. And then she get indicted from the county?
I believe so. I mean,
And Gleason did too.
Gleason, all of these so-called ethical folks.
Right.
We put all our trust into these.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that also is to show and prove that people gonna be people.
Mm-hmm. That's very.
You got to stop putting these people in. I grew up Southern Baptist Church, but you got to stop. Even some of the ministers and the nuns and the priests, you got to stop putting all these people up on these pedestals. And then when you find out they normal, just like me and you, a lot of people crash and burn.
Right.
You know, because they didn't put everything they got behind this corruption.
That's true. That's very true. That's very
true. We're seeing a lot of that going on in the last week or so.
I'm listening. I'm looking at the comments.
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So wait a minute. Let me back you up. Back in the beginning of the comments, Right versus Wrong said 2 more recalls went in on Liddell.
I heard.
So what's your whole little take on the recall and then not enough signatures and What you think about that debacle?
Um, can I say what I want to say and not get in trouble?
Yeah, you're not moving. Oh, there, okay, you moving again now. Go ahead. Yeah, you
My
can
bad.
say what you want to say.
Because people want to text mess me in the middle of the show.
Okay.
Uh, you know, me personally, when I ran for office, I was
What did
allowed.
you run for?
I ran for county commissioner.
Oh,
Yep, I ran for county commissioner right before the epidemic.
okay, okay.
So I ran against Miss Clapp because I thought she was retiring, and she changed her mind that year and decided not to retire. So,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I was already in there. The Green Party had knocked on my door one day and just I got handpicked. It was not on my radar to run for office because
Okay.
I always believe activists, when they become politicians, they lose their juice.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, so when I ran, no, I was able to go into the area downstairs and watch them count.
Mm. Okay.
So I've heard that's changed. I guess it depends on who's down there and how they feeling that day.
Right.
I know with COVID, they probably stopped letting a lot of people come down there. But I remember when Candace ran,
Mhm.
um, and I went down there to kind of watch them count, and they wouldn't let me in.
Mm. Mm.
So yeah, so some things changed since I ran. So I can't really speak for who counting what and who didn't count what they were supposed to. I've heard some things and some names be thrown around about how they feel like it's some corruption on the counting and what they count as a fair signature or not a fair signature. I've heard some things as petty as we have people who can't write in cursive.
Right.
As you know, Flint schools don't even teach that anymore.
Right. Right.
But people, they turning it down. They saying that the signature not good if it's not in cursive. Well, hell, if you ain't teach them how to write in cursive, how they so
Absolutely.
it's a lot of things going on. I think that's gonna carry out for a while.
Right. And that was always my thing with it. Like I didn't think it would be necessarily getting the signatures or getting the recalls through. It was going to be the verification of them.
Yeah.
That was going to be the hard part because Flint is filled with so much corruption. Nobody trusts the process, just to put it bluntly.
Right.
And we know it's a lot of shadiness going on. We got, because they can't count the six. Dr. Padroni, I seen his comment, like, we still don't know what happened to the 6 pages. And all they did was just walk them across the street.
Oh, Michael Clack, you're right. It's not just Flint schools. It's a lot of other districts that don't teach cursive. Some of the charter schools I know don't teach it. Eagles Nest didn't teach cursive. My daughter went there for a year. They didn't teach cursive. And when
They
she
didn't
went,
teach nothing. We looked at them scores.
yeah, I was gonna say that was one of the biggest mistakes I made in my life. But she wanted to try out regular school.
That was Pastor Flynn's school. Eagles.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So
And
it was much of a success as the store that's supposed to open this month.
And once again, me being so loyal, my family know his family, that kind of thing. I'm like, well, let's try out this church school. Thinking it's gonna be like a church school. I was sold a dream. I'm gonna just put it that way. While she was there, it got real gnarly. It got to where one day my daddy, my mama, came up we was at a big long round table, and I thought my daddy was gonna hurt somebody in that room with the door closed. So yeah. My dad doesn't cuss. When a cuss word come out, everybody need to take cover.
What did Tony say? Hell, Gina. I couldn't read it. It's gone now. Tony, hell, Gina, they got individuals submitting recalls who didn't even sign their names to it. Oh, that's because Miss Beverly said Rich had some sheets that he didn't sign his name to before he turned them in.
Yeah.
Those are the type of things that you got to have people that, you know, to look for and double check.
That's what I was saying. It's always good to have checks and balances.
Right.
And, you know, for me, I wanted to go out and help more than I did, but I couldn't because
you're a mother to a teenage daughter, so
not only that, yeah, because it was interfering with golf, it was interfering with this and that. But then once I read my nonprofit paperwork, it could have become a conflict of interest.
Okay.
So I didn't want to mess up my day job.
Right, absolutely. But
I supported them as much as I could from afar. Like I said, when they reached out to me, the first thing I said was, I'll drive people. If people don't have a ride or whatever. And then, you know, I even, I called Rich. I said, Rich did it. Me and Eric did it out in California. Rich did it in California and Florida. Rich would be a good person to do it. And he's familiar with the second ward. He lives in the ward.
Well, how you forget to sign his name to the paper then?
Russian. Who all don't know Rich be trying to do too much? This guy lose his phone once a month. I swear.
I ain't gonna talk about it because I don't want to be bobbleheaded.
He just don't lose his phone.
He did all of these recalls. How you forget?
I bet you when he was out there getting signatures, he lost that phone about 10 times.
I'm not gonna talk about it. Look, Sister Audrey, how you forget? There go our sister. Put our sister up there. Let her.
He need one of them things around his neck, Sister Audrey. The older people put their phones in the lanyard. Keep up with it. He know I'm always on every time you get on my car. Make sure you got all your phones, because I'm not finna come back and bring you your phone. No. So, but yeah, so it's a lot of technical things. And, you know, Flint is under a microscope. So if it was the other way around, we would want it to be done right. So, but that just go back to what I say. It's always good to have checks and balances. 2, 3, 4 people look over something before you turn it in.
Right, absolutely. But
Melissa and I, it's only 3 of us. It's Melissa, me, and Naira, and we even do it. Just the 3 of us.
You're supposed to.
We check and balance each other. Read this over. You know, you like this. You think we should take something out. I'm about to put a statement out. We check and balance each other. You have to do that.
Well, no one checked you for 2 things that I've known that you've done in your life, and you've already admitted to them on this podcast. 1, sending your baby to Eagle's Nest, and 2, I bet you Gina Luster invested into that grocery store, didn't you? I knew you did it. I knew you did. I'm glad we have connected in this journey called life, because next time I'm gonna tell you, Gina, when the store opening. Single moms on the north side of Flint want to know.
Yeah. Look, excuse me. I just want to do this. I got to do this for Sister Muhammad. You mean to tell me, Gina, you fell for the Ponzi scheme?
I never pulled my mama in.
Oh Lord, you got your mama to give money too. Look, Tony got about 172 questions about to come floating up here. Where's your monthly statements at? When is the store opening? We done seen a ribbon cutting. We done seen a soft opening. We done had tours.
Meanwhile,
no damn store.
Meanwhile, across the street at the old Hamity Brothers,
I knew there was
something in there.
You know what? They about to put something in there, Gina. I seen them working on the roof. I said, how they gonna put a whole nother store right here, and that one still ain't open yet? Yeah. Hell, A10, they got a whole new studio.
Watch the positives.
They're still just turning into a haunted house. Hell, they can generate some money, you know. Hell. Well, Michael Clack, I sent him my little $100. My mama and them gave big money to the store. Ask your mama when that store opening. Tony, there you go. Lord have mercy. Don't get him started on that store.
Yeah, I saw his mom and dad at a couple of the meetings. Matter of fact.
Our sister Muhammad said she stopped at the first 50. I can't with y'all today. I'm not gonna do this.
Well, see, a lot of people that don't know me. I don't gamble. Now I go hang out at the casino with
I
Eric.
say, Gina, as much as you go to the casino, you just walk around.
I really don't gamble. Even when I go to Vegas, I tell my friends, okay, when we walk downstairs, I'm gonna put $100 in one slot machine. If I win, I win. If I don't, we going out the front door. We're going wherever we go.
Right.
I don't like to gamble. I'll hang out there. The food good, the music good, the entertainment good. I'm in the concert. Eric out there gambling. So I'll go. But
that's a hell of a time going to the casino with Eric Mays.
Oh man, if you want to have fun. Remember the movie with Chevy Chase when they went to Vegas?
Yes.
National Lampoon's Vegas.
Yes, y'all.
My aunt out in the car asleep. Miss Mama May's dragging her oxygen tank around. I'm just all over the place because I don't got nothing to do. Yeah, it is funny. But anyways,
need this at the end of the week.
But a lot of people, I don't gamble, but I do other goofy stuff like invest in things that don't work out sometime, and this was one of them.
Well, yes, that was the school and the store. I'm sorry, I got to separate that. But listen, you're single, Gina.
Yes.
You're a woman.
Yes.
And if you know it or not, you're Black.
Yeah.
Okay. So you read a lot. We on social media all the time. I want to talk about, just for a minute, what did you think when, I think his name was Terrell Owens, said, the football player, that he gravitated towards white women because Black women teased him about being too dark. What's wrong with a chocolate brother these days? What's wrong? Is chocolate not in? You know, I got me a caramel husband. 14 years in the game. I'm good. But what's wrong with a chocolate man?
Let me say this with this. Me and you and Mickey, we are around the same age. You remember the 80s when light skin was in?
Yes, light skin was in. Light skin was in. I had to have a lighty back then.
The chocolate brothers, even the caramel brothers couldn't get no love. They didn't pass the paper brown test. They didn't even get no love. The paper bag test, I mean. So when the chocolate men came back because of people like Morris Chestnut and
right.
You know, them chocolate brothers.
Man. He got fine as he got
finer. Wesley Snipes, you know. So these chocolate brothers start coming around and put light skin to the side. And I wouldn't never been.
It looks so good and coming to America too.
I did, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So even with the women, remember when Pam Grier and all them chocolate sisters that was in those 70s movies, them was chocolate sisters. The lightest one was probably Jane Kennedy. And she would be considered caramel nowadays.
Yeah, you're right.
So I just think we evolved, and the brothers, I don't care what flavor you are.
But I just think that was weird.
I like Italian. I like Hawaiian.
Club Rich, but she talks about all the topics. I'm just breaking down on this one because this is Sister Circle, and I wanted to hear from my sister over here. What did she think about the Black man saying that he don't like Black women because Black women tease him about being Black? That made no sense to me.
Well, one thing I can say,
she be dating. You know, she out there in the dating world.
Hey, I want to say I ran into when I lived in Texas, so many guys, and it was some athletes. I dated a couple athletes. The first thing would come out of their mouth: "You so pretty," or "You so cute," or "You so sexy to be dark skinned."
Like, why you gotta add that to be dark skinned?
That's an insult,
right?
You know, but that's a big thing in the South. They still color struck down there. You know, they literally are still color struck. So I just think with Terrell Owens, he's one of them brothers. His story, he grew up dirt poor, in the deep racist South, where it was a bad thing to be that dark. It was a bad thing to be black anyways, but he is that last shade.
Oh, girl, wait a minute. Somebody said Gina is single and they put up stars, hearts, all kind of tongue hanging out. Look, you may got some online dating here, Gina. Go on, girl.
If they can hang with me, I barely sleep.
That's a girl. This is Eve.
I had them up and down the highway with me.
She just we don't do that with the 8-10 women. We're not of that type.
So I think with him, it's some deep rooted stuff, probably how he was raised and brought up, right, and where he was raised and brought up. And then we all see it. At least he said it. Because a lot of the brothers don't say it.
Yeah.
You just they barely speak to you. They don't want to sit next to you. I've seen, even with famous people, I've been in rooms where I'm like, is they only speaking and taking pictures with the light-skinned girls in the room? The light-skinned girls can't get a picture with your Puff Daddy.
No, you didn't call Puffy out.
Yeah, I'm calling him out. So it's been, and vice versa, I got some fair-skinned friends that if the brother ain't darker than me, they're like, I don't want to see no pink toes. And they look half white. These is real light girls. So I guess it's just your choice. And I feel like at least he said it.
Right. Mama Quill said, perhaps the brother is not secure in his own skin, which made it more difficult to be attracted to him. And he wasn't totally about him being dark or light. Thank you for putting it up there, Mickey.
Yeah.
I love what Tony said. He was like, Terrell needs to keep it real. He's ugly and the sisters aren't messing with him. But you have another comment up there.
He was dating this one chick.
Go back, Mickey, to Sean's comment. He says, I love you, Gina. I can hang.
Okay.
Look, there you go.
Okay.
She said, "Oh, look, she right. She trying to memorize the name real quick."
You got some good license. You got your license.
Let's keep going, Gina.
Can you get a passport?
Come on, let's focus, Gina. Focus.
Just from some people that I know that know him, he's arrogant, and he used to date a model. And I know one of her friends. And she was a sister. She was a Victoria's Secret model, I believe, Jessica. And he did her real bad. So I'm going to say this to say that I don't think us sisters missing out on nothing, that he don't want our number. How about that, Terrell?
Okay.
Right. Better, huh?
What's the dating world out like in 2023? Because it's not a big selection, a lot of baggage.
It's getting to the point where you have to recycle. You got to reach back to that dude you was dating in the 8th grade.
See what
he done been divorced twice now, and yeah, it's rough out here. His ex-wife got his pension, so if you marry him, you through. You gotta take care of him. It's rough. It really is.
Rough, sister.
It's rough. And then you got the men that say, well, I don't want to date a woman who's been single too long. Well, hell, I don't want to date a man who's been married 4 times and got 18 baby kids and 40 baby mamas. But so the pool shrinks, because the older we get, the more picky we get.
That's true. We get set in our ways.
And we get set in our ways. But I feel like I have something to offer.
You have a lot to offer.
Why would I want you at my table when you ain't got nothing to offer? My glass full, you gonna suck it down where it's half full.
Right. Because I want you to see me out there on the street, because you stand in front of your house, they're gonna be like, oh, I love you. I want you to think I don't have nothing, because you do have a beautiful house, Gina. So that's, I want
to be able to come spend the night at your house.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So you got to let them see you on the outside. not a text. Love me right here.
Yes,
Right.
Exactly.
And a lot of women, I don't think, are comfortable in their skin. We talk about that all the time. You see the stars now getting the stuff taken out their body that they had put in.
Yeah. Well, social media had a big part in that.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in Detroit in the height of when the butt injections started.
Do tell.
Got a lot. My ex got a what you call that? A black card to all the strip clubs. We can go in any strip club. This how so I've been around some scrippers.
Scrippers.
Yeah. And I hung with some of the best in Miami and Detroit. But I was around when those shots first came out.
Okay.
And I saw a lot of the girls getting them just like they would get the implants. They make more money. The guys want to see all of this. I call it cartoonish. You almost look cartoonish when you see these people in person. But the guys like that. So the girls was taking these risks. They was actually getting the injections in the back, in the chain dressing room at the strip club.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, it got that bad. So
you see Madonna's, she got her son. She's 70.
Madonna ain't playing no game.
I'm sorry, but go ahead.
She's from Michigan. She's straight up right. You tell she from the mid. That's all I'm gonna say about Madonna. But I want her daughter to go to U of M.
I know that.
Yeah, her daughter go to U of M. So I say that to say we knew in the late 90s, mid to late 90s, that crap wasn't no good. People was losing their booties then from getting that mess done. Why would you let somebody fix a flat in your booty, in your body, period?
Right.
If you can't afford to go get it done right, you don't need it. So these stars, they got the money. They can go to, Dr. Miami and the best of the best.
Right. Well, meanwhile, we going to Colombia and got to sit backwards on the plane and stuff on the way home.
Coming back with purple marks all over, fingers falling off and don't know why.
Right.
So one of my friends went out the country and came back, and now she got sciatic nerve damage. Yeah, so she getting stuff taken out now. So I just say that it's some crazy people out there that will do anything for a like or a hype.
You're right. You're very right.
Anything.
Yeah.
I gotta admit it, from hanging around all those strippers and being a Detroit girl, period, and the lifestyle I lived at that time, and traveling to Miami, and you see these Colombian chicks and these Haitian girls and these Cuban chicks, and you like, oh my God, I ain't never seen nothing so beautiful in my life,
Right. Some of them, half of them, I was reading, a lot of them, what do you call them? Oh, what's the word that they use for the exotic? Some of the exotic women be men, girl.
Yeah.
You was in Atlanta.
Yeah. My daddy went to Brazil and he said, you got to be real careful. You got to be real careful when you leave Carnival and you're a little tipsy. You might get eaten.
Gina, stop.
So, but I think that
you need a comedy show.
People have been trying to alter their body to make other people happy for forever. Down to us straightening our hair. Now we see everybody going back natural. It's being accepted.
No, it's not. No,
I said, except for a few idiots want to cut people locks off and not let you get the job. Them some idiots, and I believe that's kind of stuff.
I done lost my look. I want the bell back to stop you. You said
some idiots, though.
You said something about natural, baby. Let me tell you. I need them hairdressers, and I need that relaxer to come back in style. Because natural is not for everybody.
Now that's true too. Now that is so true. I've
You
been
know when
natural.
I realized it?
I went natural because of the Flint water crisis.
You were supposed to ask. I said, you know, when I realized it, you were supposed to ask me when.
Oh, well, when did you realize it? What did you see?
Well, if I gotta be honest, because you asked me the question, you know, I don't like to lie.
What did you see?
I seen somebody on council trying to rap, don't spit your water out, trying to wear a natural look, and it didn't work. And so that's why I'm saying it's not.
Oh my God, that went through my nose.
You asked me. I wasn't gonna like you said who did I see? You was just supposed to say what, but baby, she was down on that ruby red lipstick writing girl all over the mirror. I'm just saying.
Let me be nice and say this.
Okay.
When I first went natural, it
That's how yours was too.
It wasn't a good look.
Okay. Natural ain't for everybody.
And it's not for everybody, like you said, because a lot of people think if you go natural, it's less work. Actually, it's more work.
Yeah.
Because when I had a relaxer, I could go to bed, not tie my hair up, go swimming.
Right. I'll do all of
that and not have to worry about anything. Now I'm watching the weather before I go out because I want to look like Shaka Khan before I get to where I'm trying to be.
Wait a minute. Our sister said something. It is, look, I'm struggling. It is, they have a style that becomes them. That's from my sister Audrey. There we go. Just like all the styles of clothes are not for all body types.
That's correct. That's correct. That is correct. I look goofy in bell bottoms. I've tried it. But my butt and hips is too. I look like Shirley from What's Happening in a set of bell bottoms. I don't look right. But the slim girls can pull it off. They look nice in them.
Right.
I can't do them stovetop pants, whatever you call them long pants. I'm too short.
They come way up.
Yeah, can't do them either. Can't do it. I'm too short. I'm vertically challenged.
She had on them the other day too, but y'all ain't gonna get me on here talking about nobody. Y'all not gonna do that today.
So I say this to say, and a lot of natural people can attest for this. You got to train your hair. You got to train your hair up. I lost Wyntis. Mickey, you there?
You know I ain't too far behind. Now this is crazy.
Come
on back, Wyntis.
She'll be back. But yeah, you got to train your hair.
There she go. I can get back out of here now.
That's like me tomorrow.
I just want to make sure y'all was still there.
Oh yeah, if I try to wear afro tomorrow, y'all be looking like, what is wrong with Gina? But there's some people I'm like, oh, your hair is so beautiful. I wish I could. You know, my mama had a bad afro, man. I wish I could, but I can't. So, but I think back to what we were saying about women. You know, with women, sometimes we are our worst enemy.
Right. We are against each other, and it's crazy. And I'm glad you said that, because that's kind of bringing us into the topic that's probably we're gonna run out this last 15 minutes that we got on this, because I know you're gonna have a lot to say. Women, not just Black women, not just white women. Picture yourself, some wigs, I got you, Anna, I feel you on that. But picture yourself as a white woman right now, but not just a white woman, a mother, but not just a mother, a wife of Dennis Pfeiffer. She sees all of this stuff that her husband is going through because of what Liddell said. He's worried about his family. She, as the woman of the house, is worried about not only loving, keeping her husband uplifted, but protecting her children. As a woman, how would you, what words of encouragement, or what could we even tell Mrs. Pfeiffer about what's going on?
First, I want to say this. And I tell people this because I went and had extensive training, and I still do it. I mean, on all kinds of other platforms where we talk about women in politics, basically.
Mhm.
And when I got ready to run, Brian Nolan told me this. He said, if you gonna do it, if you gonna get out there, get ready.
Yeah.
You gotta have a thick skin and a short memory. And I looked at him like he was crazy.
Mhm.
And I'm like, nah, I ain't gonna have no short memory. I remember everything. And I ain't let nobody make it.
Hold on, Jay Jones. Where's Sister Audrey? You must be tuning in late. She's on the road. She wasn't with us tonight, but she's in our comments. Okay, I'm sorry, Gina. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And so I had to keep that in mind before I even jumped into politics.
Mm-hmm.
And then what we went through. And it wasn't just the Weaver side, both sides went through a lot. During the Weaver
the whole thing, and I've been on both sides. So yes,
a lot of our Caucasian friends took a side, and that was one of the things I really don't like about what happened, is because they was getting away with just dogging women, especially Black women.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things that were said about Karen Weaver, they called her monkeys, the gorillas. Talked about why she got on New Balance. The lady had foot surgery. Hell, she can't wear some gym shoes. Now they wearing gym shoes on the red carpet.
Right,
okay?
Right. Sneaker balls,
and all of that. So that's for Dennis, and I believe he got the tough skin. Dennis, Teflon Don, you throw it out and boom, boom, he coming through.
Right. Then he got that big brother that's taking the blows too for him. Like, leave my little brother alone. Right.
That part too. And shout out to Don. But for his wife, and I say this because the former mayor of Flint, Dan Willing, went to school with me, and I know him and his wife.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And I can only imagine what she was going through. I know at one point she left Flint for a while.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Houston.
Yeah. So for Miss Pfeiffer, I just say, reach out to us. Reach out to the sister circle. Come on here. Talk about what's going on and how you feel.
Right.
It's always good to let people know that everybody has feelings too. A lot of people think women, because we're women and we're so strong and we hold up the family, that we don't have feelings. We have some things you could say to me that you'll be like, I can't believe you crying about that. I get sensitive about certain things that other people probably would think would be silly.
Right. And you don't have to show your face, Miss Pfeiffer. We can send you a link and you can, do the Mickey, because you may not want that extra attention.
But I totally understand. And that's because I went through it. When I was supporting the Weaver team, I had this one guy, white guy, come in my comments. He was bold. He came in the comments calling me a nigga. Then he DM'd me, gave me some more of the nigga. Mind you, I was born in Pine Bluff, Arkansas. I never have been called a nigga in my life.
That's what I said. I've never experienced racism until I've got an adult in my 40s. It feels like 1963 Selma in 2023 Flint.
Yes. So not only did he call me a nigga, he said he had ran my name through something off the internet. He knew what school my daughter went to. He knew that I had sued the state. He was like, "What? Are you some welfare woman or something? What did you do with suing the state?" Yeah, I sued unemployment for your information and won. Because they didn't want to pay me when I got sick in the beginning of the water crisis. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But I'm saying to say, and I'm not even an elected official. I just consider a community leader, activist. Right. And we get death threats.
Yeah. Yeah.
We, I try not to scare my daughter. So I still move around like I move around. But, come close on me. Come close enough and you'll see.
Exactly.
I'm like Charleston White. It's more ways to skin a captain with a gun.
Right. Right.
So yeah.
I know it's gotta be tough. I just know, actually, I know because I didn't talk, it was a text with Dennis last night, and he was worried about his family because he is getting threats now since she went and spun that lie to make her look like the pretty girl to the guy from the church, Dr. Ritchie. He's getting death threats now from all over the United States. He's already had to shut down some social media stuff. And I just think that was so wrong. So wrong on all levels to do that.
I'm trying to get my daughter to bring my other phone. She gonna talk about I'm sick.
All right.
Put out some drugs. No,
But I'm like, that's just so wrong to have done that. And if I was Miss Pfeiffer, or if I knew her or somebody to know her, if you get her this message, tell her, look, this is from Sister Circle to you. You want to talk, we're here. But if you don't, stay encouraged.
Yes, definitely stay encouraged.
Stay prayed
I
up.
don't want to sound insensitive, because I just thought about what I said. I don't want to sound like it comes with the territory, but it kind of does.
Right.
How can we stop it? We're gonna block everybody who say boo to us.
Right.
Like some of our elected officials have done. I think
Right.
I've been blocked by a couple of them the whole time since they
Girl,
won their seat. So
Sister Audrey said she had a farm boy stalking her. She posted his address, profile, and a few family members on Facebook right before Savior's Day.
So with that happening to me, though, what they didn't know is my mom is a retired cop. Every police friend she knew was in my inbox and in my DM. Ones that are retired ain't got nothing to do, and ones that's still working there, including the former sheriff. I've been knowing Joe Wilson since I was 6-7 years old. So I got protection. Shout out to Charlotte Brown. She was one of the very first people to inbox me. Niece, you all right? You need anything? I'll come by there. Who
That's
is
my chief. Love
Send
her.
me his info. Shout out to my cousin Isaac. I get the brothers mixed up. Fuller. They all look alike, Lord. But he's a deputy sheriff, and he gives gun courses. He called and reached out to me. And of course, my mom been working in criminal justice system since she was 18. She worked in the women's prison in Arkansas before coming here. So I got every trick in the book. Spider-Man things to come out your arm and get you. Not just kidding, but
right.
Got a lot of toys. Yeah, I got a lot of toys over here. Put it that way.
I feel you. She said she hopes Dennis understands that you can't make deals with the devil. That's true.
And but, I was going there. I know we only got a few minutes left. Yeah. Really, to wrap up what I feel about it, like I said, my heart goes out to his wife. I asked her, I'm putting it out there. Feel free to reach out. And I also think they need to have a closed door meeting with no preachers in it.
There you go. There you go.
No other council people in it. All phones should be left at the front door. And they hatch it out.
No, because one gonna come out saying somebody tried to kill the other one. You can't do
that. You leave all the phones at the door. Can't nobody. Hey, we going in. Leave your purse out in the trunk.
I wish it was that simple, but I just don't think that I don't think both parties could do that, because the level of thinking for one of them, she wouldn't be able to handle that. She posted pictures of my feed on social media, Gina, so that shows you her level of thinking.
After recording yourself making up a whole rap song about janky, and
right,
you see what a maturity is and how low she will and can go. So
that's a good one, Miss Sister Audrey. Stand with Dennis. Make a proud statement.
Yeah, I stand with him. I know what I heard. I know what I saw. I know what I've been hearing. And I know what I've been seeing. It's been okay. And I'm going to say this. And some preacher's going to be mad at me. But I don't care.
Okay, Gina.
It was okay when it was aired. It was okay when it was time. because I don't care what happened. Whoever posted them pictures of Tanya's daughter and son-in-law talking about I bought me a monkey and all that, I don't see none of them preachers standing up speaking for her on her behalf.
I was so hurt when I seen that, and I think I may have been the first one or the second person that showed that to Tanya, and it was like, I gotta tell her, I can't keep rolling because
Now
she needed to see that. And that was wrong.
That right there, and I hope Tanya got a screenshot.
She does. She
when
does.
Liddell made her comment.
She does.
Good. Because that right there, now that'll make me hire. That'll make me hire an attorney.
Yeah. Hypocrisy. Yep, Sister Audrey. Yeah.
Somebody like Feiger law firm would love that. Shout out to Feiger when I lived in Detroit. But somebody, and I like him because if you go in there, most of his staff looks like me and you. It's Black attorneys all up in there. All up in the building.
Right, Dr. Padroni said Tanya's daughter is the only person who was actually called a monkey, and Liddell approved of that. And Tanya when she actually said it and said when she seen her colleague comment on it, it's something that's unforgivable. And as a mother,
tomorrow, there will be showers.
Thank you, Alexa. And when she said that, I felt pain in her eyes.
And I feel sorry for her son-in-law. Can you imagine he had to go to work the next day? He being called a master?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know them, but from what I see, they are a loving couple. They don't get in that mess. You never see her daughter or son-in-law jumping into these political spats. And I believe some things are off limit.
And it's family, right?
They're off limit. I'm like you, Wyntis. You can talk about my feet, my toes, and all of that. But you get to talking about my daughter and who she married to, and come on now, that's
a bit much. And to associate with yourself, they can say, what Sister Audrey, their relationship is eternally compromised, Tanya and Liddell. Oh yeah, she said that as a mom.
Yeah, but, he's gonna always be looked at as the master who married a monkey.
Right.
I mean, that's horrible.
You can't take that back once it's put out there. Yeah. And to even associate yourself with that fake ass page on Facebook, won't say the name, won't give you a shine, but just to associate yourself. And then in a group that has a rule that says no fake pages allowed.
Yeah.
And these are people, Gina, that are our age and older.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand the women. And it's because it's more women than it is men. I would even go to the extreme of saying that they all are women because the men are acting like
you can say it. They're a little soft, a little tender.
They're a little tender.
But not trying, and I know can we go over a little bit, Mickey? Because I really want to say this and get this point across.
We got he put the little timer up there. We got some minutes.
Remember when Eric did to Monica Galloway?
He said yes. Thank you, Mickey.
Thank you, Mickey.
Yeah, the Nazi salute.
Because he felt like she was running the council like a Nazi.
Mm-hmm.
Eric had to have some sit-down conversations, but you would be surprised how many people in the Jewish community stood up for Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Stood up for Eric. I know people. Andrea Watson stood up for Eric. And she said he didn't even do it right no way. She's Jewish. She showed me pictures. Her family got the tattooed numbers and stuff on them from being in the Holocaust. So I say that to say it's a disappointment to me how people can stand up for one and not stand up for all. And we see the same thing happening on our city council. We got it's been divided. It really has, because the bad politics, the mud throwing been going on so long between the Weaver Neely administration. Now it's just second nature for folks, and they think it's okay.
Yeah.
And it's not okay.
But we was mudslinging, and I totally it was hard back in 2019, but we wasn't going
I ain't
into.
gonna say you, but it was some people coming after her kids and her husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's everybody now. It's like don't nobody care about nothing.
But that's how, from what I hear, this is what this administration likes, and this is what they do, and this is what they tell their people to do. Look how hard and strong Johnny Cole was coming across on people out in the community.
Girl, he was switching so hard over at the school board behind Clack.
We knew he had a green light to do whatever. You could just tell by the way he was carrying himself around.
Yes. Oh, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see solutions to the problems on 810, because did you hear about they supposed to close Netherkit and Pierce now?
Yeah. Now, no, you cannot make a shake smoothie in the middle of my podcast. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay.
Whatever that is. I'm not really shocked about Netherkit.
Uh-huh.
I live by Netherkit. Ain't really no kids over here no more.
Is the school open?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But it ain't really no kids, so I'm sure their enrollment is really low.
Okay.
Pierce, I'm shocked. Because
that's the culture area, right?
That's Flint Cultural Center area. And
what? They don't need that. They got a brand new one.
They got that brand new charter.
Brand new culture school. Got it.
Yeah.
But so why not Freeman? Where's Freeman at, Gina?
Yeah, Freeman should have been shut down.
Where is it at?
Freeman is over there off of Red Arrow, Circle Drive, that area.
Okay.
You know where Red Arrow is?
Comments getting good. Yeah, Clack said they got a good enrollment, and our other sister said, but no, they bust the children in. Oh, it's getting good in the comments. In the comments.
I know my sister went to Freeman.
Pierce has less than 100 schools, and the new school is in the Flint school. That's what we're saying, Clack. The new school is in the Flint school. That's why y'all closing y'all school and the kids
taking y'all people.
Yeah.
I think Pierce, it's a few schools here in Flint that I think should be left alone, not touched. And I wish some way we can make it a law. Central and Whittier should have been in that group. I believe Central shouldn't have been closed down because of where it's at and the history.
Okay.
Pierce the same way. When Miss Mott was alive, I went to Pierce.
Okay.
She really put a lot into Pierce and Netherkit too, because not Netherkit, Freeman, because her kids went to Freeman.
Okay.
But
you said they aren't getting rid of Pierce. What was the two schools? I thought it was Netherkit and Pierce. Because no, not Eisenhower. What was the two schools, Clack? You in here?
Door Rider shouldn't be touched because of his history.
Oh, they're gonna repurpose Pierce. Either way, the kids ain't gonna be there.
The kids ain't gonna be there. Pierce was really in a, for me, Pierce was in a perfect location. We would walk over to the Art Institute and have our art classes. We could walk to FIM and have our music lessons. Mm-hmm. It was a performing arts school. Mm-hmm. So I believe that when they make these decisions, they got to look at more than just the not only the performance of the school, they also have to look at the enrollment. And I think that people should put it out there and put out an ask. There's so many wealthy people who came from Flint schools.
Thank you. But
Start some type of endowment or something. Start something. Let it be more than the mosques. I'm gonna say it that way. There's more people that came from Flint that's got money than the mosques.
Right. You're very right.
We have some really, really, really important people that came out of Flint Central and Northern and Southwestern and Northwestern. And it's just so sad that two of our most well-known famous people from Flint at this time, Clarissa Shields went to Northwestern. There's no Northwestern. I don't know what they doing over there.
Mm-hmm.
So many people came out of Northwestern. Glenn Rice. We got all these people. Jeff Greer, Andre Rison. We got the Rhonda Stevens.
Clark said we need to bring him on. We doing too much. Nope. This is the cycle. We get to talk.
Yeah, but I think that we, as a city, we need to stand up for our schools more than we do. Because we don't want to end up like Louisiana.
Louisiana, girl.
There's places in Louisiana that the entire city doesn't have a public school. The charters have taken over the city.
Well, don't you think that's what's going to happen in the college culture area? I see them getting Whittier and Central. They're going to have them a middle school, a high school, and an elementary school. Everything's going to be right there. I can already see the future. Okay, she's doing something else real quick. Clack, they took over.
Yeah.
Did you see that and happening, Gina? They gonna do Central and Whittier, and boom, one-stop shop.
Yeah, well, that's why I couldn't understand why they let the buildings just dilapidate like they did. Those buildings were salvageable.
They let them do that on purpose so they get them cheaper.
Anybody knows Central had one of the best gymnasiums in the state. Olympic-sized pool.
It was huge. Yes.
Up and down bleachers.
Yes.
Even the auto mechanic program, one of the best in the state. It's people I know that don't even live in Flint. And it's like, man, I wanted to move to Flint just to go to Central because of the automobile industry. They felt like if they got that from Central, they could go to Ford, Chrysler, and GM and take that with them. So,
well, wait a minute. Let me pop in since Mickey letting us go over just a few more minutes. Back to some sister motherly stuff, because you always out there in the streets. This strike, the UAW, our single parents, our single mothers, girl, what is it doing to us out there? Is it coming to an end soon?
Me and Sister Audrey had a conversation about this.
Really? Oh, okay. I'm like, that's why you over there.
It's funny that you brought that up because I'm a union baby. Come from daddy's in the union, granddaddy.
Right.
My grandmother worked there early. My mom worked at the sheriff's department. I'm a union baby, but in the last 20 years, I can say I've really been let down by our union.
Oh yeah.
The last
for 25 years, the union.
So it ain't what it used to be. And a lot of my friends, Kennedy's godmother, shout out to Carol McIntyre, shout out to Carol.
Hey, Carol.
She works in the plant. My god sister that was photobombing the show, Kitchen, she works at GM. These ladies got enough time in where they can retire the next 5 years, probably. But my dad said they messed up with the last agreement. They shouldn't have went back to work.
Wow, look what Sister Audrey said. Management will break union back. This was told to the Nation of Islam back in the 60s, and that's I've seen it. Go ahead, Gina.
They shouldn't have never accepted their last contract. Once you start letting them get away with an inch, what you think these big three gonna do? They gonna take a mile. Why not? You let me get an inch.
Yeah.
The UAW, come on now. They broke down what that CEO of General Motors makes.
Did you see that?
She make in a day what some people make in a lifetime.
Yes. Yes.
She make like
More money
$20,000 a day. It was some goofy, crazy amount like that. I said,
because
what?
wasn't the total salary? She was in the millions, like double-digit millions.
Oh, she up there. Yeah.
Some more money than I'll ever see. My
Yeah.
whole family put together won't see it.
Never. Ever.
Right.
We can't even imagine how this lady lived.
Yeah,
Now,
I
mind you,
933.
her daddy was a line worker. Came from the
Wow.
assembly line.
Wow.
Yeah. So if anybody should know better, she should know better, right?
Right.
The old people say, if you know better, you do better.
That's right.
So she know better, and she definitely not doing better.
Well, I had heard today. I haven't checked it out, but I heard something about GM upping how much they can afford to lose.
Yeah.
With them striking, and I think it's a lot more than what UAW bargained for.
Yeah.
That's what has me nervous.
So basically, they have like a.
Oh, Shardy, Shardy said she went to college right here in Flint. Didn't know that.
Yeah, so she know better. Yeah.
Okay.
I think she went to my U of M. She gave her Spilo when she wanted that job.
So yeah, back to the other one.
Yeah, you can't expect. My grandfather said the best car General Motors ever made was the Chevette. They stopped making it.
Mm-hmm.
All the cars that are really good cars, they stopped making them.
Don't they always?
I ain't gonna lie, I know people love Cadillacs. I wouldn't buy a Cadillac with your money.
Girl, you know that's the black man's dream. Gotta get Cadillac.
I grew up in. My daddy was a Cadillac man. He worked at the Cadillac plant. You know we had to ride a Cadillac. My grandfather could afford all the Cadillacs he wanted. He rode a Roadmaster till the day he died. So I say that to say, and my grandfather always would tell me, he said, just watch. A car that's real good that you see out on the streets for a while, they'll stop making them.
Absolutely.
Now the Chevette had its flaws, the floorboard with rust out, but that was a quick fix if you know somebody real good. But and I got to say that to say, when my parents and other folks' parents out here, I'm in my late 40s, I'll be 50 in a few months. Mm-hmm. They were able to work at GM and they made enough money to buy the product. Okay. That's just like, if I work for you, but I can't afford to buy what I make, it don't make sense no more.
Found it. GM secures new $6 billion credit line as UAW strike costs reach $200 million. That's a long
way from.
They got a long wait. They can wait them out, looks like.
They can wait them out. Like my daddy said, you're going to have to wait them out because you messed up on the last contract you gave.
That's GM, but that's GM.
They're doing it together. Remember, they trying to move as one. They trying to move as one this time.
What I read from this is that they can afford to lose this much. That's how I'm reading this now. Yeah. Am I reading this wrong?
Yeah, it's basically like they rainy day money.
So yeah, you're right.
They can afford to lose. You see all the land they buying up, parking these trucks.
Yes.
You think they hurting?
No.
No. They steady buying land, parking trucks.
No. Yeah.
People who don't live here come here and be tripping like, why is all them trucks? I said, these trucks you see now will be in Wisconsin at your local dealership next week. This is where they coming from.
The producer just stepped in. We got 1 minute.
Okay. But yeah, I just think women stay strong. If it was me, I would have me a second job, go get me a little job at a little retail store or something and collect my strike unemployment,
right,
and ride it out. And I say this to say that because of what they make, It's no excuse to anybody, unless you one of them that ain't making the $32 an hour right now. The ones that's making 17, I feel for them. But them $32 hours, joker, I don't feel sorry for them, because you should have a nest. You get paid every week. I don't feel sorry for them. Wait it out and don't be selfish. Do this for the next generation. Do this for them 18 and 19-year-olds that's in there standing on their line now, that's trying to make a career out of it. That's how they gonna feed their babies and send them to college and be able to buy a cabin up at Idlewild and in a Cadillac, and the things that we used to be able to do because our parents worked in the plant. Let's bring it back.
Well, I mean, you said it all. I don't need to say anything. I totally agree with you. Women got to unite. We all
we gotta stop letting corporate America eat so much. You know, we it shouldn't be like you said. Look at that big separation.
Yeah.
We didn't even pull up the exact amount of her salary, but she makes enough to cover what they fighting for.
Does she make enough to come back, fix our pipes, open our water pots, fix the streets? Man, we out. Listen, thank you so much, Gina. It was always a pleasure to sit down with you. Thank you all from across the nation for watching Sister Circle tonight. We will all three of us will be back next week, y'all. Guess where we're gonna be, y'all?
In the studio.
Yeah.
I know we about to go. Last thing too, to my GMW UAW people, I will be out there. I don't have no shame in my game. Every time that y'all done went on strike, I come out there and freeze with y'all, whatever. I don't have no shame in my game. Keep your head up, stay strong, stick to your guns, and we gotta come together and stop letting the rich keep getting richer and us poor folks keep getting poor.
Right. And shout out to Dink Sosa and the Roadhouse, because they definitely are looking out for the strike workers. If you need some food or want to have a little nightcap, yes, you can have a cocktail. And Dr. Padroni said, don't forget about tomorrow. Well, wait a minute. Tonight we got Club Rich at 8 o'clock. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. we got Dr. Padroni. We got Tanya tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then tomorrow at 7 p.m. on the 810 network, because that's where he is now, we have Maurice Davis, Blues and News.
Okay, and don't forget, we will be back next Friday.
Sister Circle, y'all. Thank you.
I'm gonna be just as surprised as the audience, because they ain't told me nothing. I ain't got a sneak peek of it. At least Eric let me see City Council before it was done.
Cut it off, Mickey. Here she go.